You see, you have massive goals. You sat in that room and you've imagined the dream, the aesthetic physique, the bank balance, but most of all, providing. Being able to provide for your parents, taking them out on holidays and just showing them that deep appreciation you have for them. But let's be honest, you aren't any closer to that big goal now than you were 6 months ago. You see, and it's not because you don't have enough work ethic, it's not because you're not ambitious. You see, it's simply because of our style of thinking, and I'm talking about the overthinking perfectionists. So you're trying to solve this formula, and why is that dream life that you thought about at the beginning? You see, you're highly analytical, you're highly calculated, but most of all, you're highly competitive. You understand that you're not the only one who wants Y, and there's other guys who are trying to get to that goal as well. So you want to get to Y as fast and as flawlessly as possible. So you know what you do, just like how you load up into that new game, you search up the best builds, the best keybinds. That's what you try apply here. You refuse to step into the field until you have the perfect variable for these blanks. You watch a different YouTuber, he tells you A. You watch another guru, he tells you D. You watch another one and he says H and E, but H and E contradicts A and C. See, the same ethic that you have for games doesn't work for self-improvement. Because as you're trying to rack your brain solving for what this could be before you step onto the field, you're making minimal progress. And the worst thing is, there's an unlimited amount of possibilities of what these variables could be. You see, listen to me, you already have the variables that you need in your head right now. No other YouTuber is going to tell you some secret fact is going to supersize your progress all the way to Y. You see, self-improvement for an overthinker like us isn't about getting more variables. We've already done that, we've got all the variables you need up here. What it's about for us is about taking away the variables and leaving us with the ones that actually matter. You see, because here's the risk. There's a guy out there who's dumb as hell, and he couldn't even calculate or comprehend all the variables that are running through your head as you start to overthink. But for some reason he's ahead, and it's simply because he's moving. Them variables that you're juggling in his head, he's building them as he goes along, figuring out what doesn't work and what does work as he goes along. And if he keeps going like this, and you keep staying where you are, he will claim Y before you do. You see, but there's a silver lining to this. You see, at the start of any self-improvement journey, for a dumb person, it's really easy. They just instantly get into it and they're building towards it. But for an overthinker like us, we start overthinking all of the variables and we make minimal progress. You see, the dumb dude has a cap on how far he can actually get because he can't process all these complex variables that are going to push him over his limit. He doesn't understand the nuances, the data, the complex real world problems. But the thing is, you can. Once you actually commit and gather real world process, figuring out what variables to cross off, what variables actually matter in your journey, you're overthinking at the point where he stops, it evolves into deep thinking. You see, you systemize the whole progress, you catch up, you get to Y, and you lap this guy over and over and over again. But this can only happen if you can trust yourself and stop jumping out of the damn boat that you choose whenever it starts rocking a little bit. You see, because you put so much pressure on yourself on trying to get to Y, you stress over which path you should take. You're thinking, should I choose A, or maybe B is going to be better, or maybe C is the one for me. But I want you to listen to me. With your thinking, any road you choose leads to Y. And every single time that you're on your journey and you decide to switch path because it starts getting a little bit rocky, you're not moving forward towards it. What you're actually doing is moving sideways, sometimes even backwards even. And to fix that, there's only one variable that matters, and it is trusting yourself. You have to trust that no matter what path you pick towards Y, it could be the money that you want, the aesthetic physique that you want, the confidence that you want. You have to trust that future you in 2 months from now, no matter what problems he faces, he's going to be able to be smart enough to systemize and make the process of you getting to Y efficient. You have to commit and trust future you. You see, think of it as a relay race, and right now you all know that past you didn't give you the variables, the cheat sheet of what's going to help you get to your goal. And right now you're sat there overthinking all these different variables. Now think of yourself in a month from now. Are you going to decide to still be in the exact same position, stop and taking a step, with more variables that you're overthinking about in your head? Or are you going to do the hard thing every single overthinker knows that they should do, and just commit? Commit to the very last gym routine you made. Commit to that morning routine you made. Commit to the last business thing you had in your head. Commit to anything. Commit to the race. And imagine that you're handing future you a baton with all the variables that he needs to get to the finish line. You see, there are 2 paths that you can make right now, and each of them ends in the question of what if. Number 1 is what most people are going to do. They're going to add this long variable in their head and not take any action. They're going to continue to overthink, making minimal amounts of progress. And you'll get to a point where you're above average in terms of everyone else, but you're not above average in terms of you. And that question ends with, what if I committed? Or a few amount of you is actually gonna commit. You're gonna commit, trust future you, and future you is gonna thank you for that. You're gonna get to the goals that you want, and the question then is gonna be, what if I didn't commit? How bad would my life be? And whatever choice you make from today defines what question you pick in the future. You see, I know this because I spent way too long bouncing from idea to idea. You see, I was looking for someone who actually can explain something that works for my analytical mind. And if you could see my private unlisted videos, you would see how I couldn't commit in terms of YouTube, in terms of the niche, what kind of videos I wanted to do or anything. But this video is my sign that I'm over the overthinking and I'm going to start committing. Because I'm going to commit to making videos for younger me who overthought everything because he was too much of a perfectionist. So if you're ambitious, you overthink, you liked this video, you liked how it was explained to you, you know what to do, subscribe. And together, we can build a community of 1,000 analytical guys who think just like you and me. Comment down anything that you're overthinking. I'm small, I could apply to anything, you know what I'm saying? But most of all, commit, bro.